What's going on, guys? I'm actually flashing the car right now at like 3:30 in the morning. In the last video, I did a log for him at like 2 a.m. Ended the video. He's being very active with me. He responded within like an hour. So screw it. I'm going to just go fill up with fuel and suffer the consequences at work in the morning. So, well, it is the morning. I might as well just stay up now because it'll probably be 4:30 till I get home. And I got to get up at 7. So we'll see. So I'm flashing the car right now, and then we're going to go fill the tank with FlexFuel. I'll see you guys at the gas station. We're about to see our ethanol final start creeping up. I added 12.5 gallons of FlexFuel, and it's a little bit colder now, heading towards the winter, so the ethanol content is probably going to drop a little bit. Most likely it's going to be around E70, E75. So I put just a little bit extra. I hope I didn't put too much in, but too much is better than not enough for the tune's sake. He wants it between 60 and 65. He said if I'm under 60, he's going to make me, burn out some of the fuel and fill it back up. So I'm going to go ahead, go on a quick little cruise, get that ethanol content up and get it steady. So once we start seeing a steady number there on for ethanol, that's when we'll go ahead and start doing our cruise logs. It's going to take a little bit for it to finally make it through the lines and start registering. If you have ethanol raw on your Accesport and you monitor that, you're going to see almost the immediate results. But we're looking for the final number, so I only have the final results there. So you can see it just went up 10.4. We're getting a little more ethanol on the lines now. You'll see that number start to shoot up pretty quick once it finally starts coming through. Alright guys, it is going up, as you can see, pretty fast as the ethanol is starting to make its way through the fuel line. That's the only challenge with FlexFuel, is trying to get it right where you want it. So we'll see here what we're sitting at. Alright guys, so we're putting the last map on. I'm assuming it's the last map. We're on revision number 10, and he told me to load this one up and go out and do the beat log. So I ended up putting a little bit more ethanol in it, and I'm glad I did because I'm only sitting around like 60.5, 60.7. It kind of fluctuates just a hair. But I'm glad that I went back because otherwise I would have been at like 55 and had to get more. Alright guys, so we are doing our warm-up routine here. I just kind of cruise around, going like 10 under the speed limit, because back here on this road, there's not a lot of people out. In general right now, it's a little early. I mean, it's 9 o'clock almost, but still, we're just going out, getting warmed up, because I can't really start logging till I get to like 170 degrees as far as coolant temp goes. My oil temp's at 127, so we're definitely needing to be a little bit warmer. Once we get warmer, we can go ahead and give her the sauce. So I'm gonna get my phone and get a stopwatch ready. So he wants 2 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna send him 3 minutes because I'd rather have too much than not enough. So I'm gonna pull up my email here while I'm stopped. He just basically said, load up this map, go out, do a 2 to 3 minute beating on it log, aka drive it like you stole it. First, fourth gear pulls, highway pulls, however you're gonna beat on the car when you do it. Basically he's saying that the goal of doing this is to make sure the car is safe and it's not going to blow up while you're out beating on it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start the timer, start the Accesport, and we're going to go. And as soon as that timer beeps, we'll be done. So go ahead and we'll get on it. Oh man. I forgot how fun that was. Doing the third gear logs is one thing, but without actually getting to do like a good second gear pull, man, that feels nice. Really smooth. Jeez. We We got about a minute left. There's our timer. That's it, guys. We're probably done. Not that that's a bad thing, because this feels awesome. Now I feel bad for beating the shit out of it, so I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna BB at home, and then I'm gonna go ahead and send him out that log, see what he says. Then he'll send me my virtual dyno and my crackle tunes. So the tune's done, the car's ready to rock and roll. I did end up sending him that beat log, and he actually sent me a final map. So the one that he told me to beat the car on wasn't my final map. So I don't know if he saw something he didn't like, or I'm not quite sure. But after I sent him the beat log, he sent me one more map, and he said, this is your final map. Go ahead, delete everything else. So we went ahead and did that, and he sent me the final map, just like the regular map. Then he sent me the crackle tune for 2K, 3K, and 4K RPMs, and then a valet map, as well as the virtual dyno jet. So I'll let you guys see that virtual dyno graph here, and I'll reveal how much power we made. But before I go over the final dyno numbers and everything, I'm going to actually go out and do a quick pull or two for you guys, kind of give you an idea of exactly what we're looking at, what we're working with. And then once we get back, I'll kind of give you my final review on everything, try and make it short and sweet, and then I'll reveal the numbers to you guys. So if you're impatient and you don't feel like watching any of that and you just want to see the numbers, go ahead and skip to the end. But I'm going to go out and do a quick pull or two for you so you can see what this car's how the car's running. So bear with me, guys. I'm going to try and hold this camera as still as I can, but I also have to keep a hand on the wheel and shift at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not going to launch the car because I am still on the stock clutch and stock pitch mounts and everything, but I'm going to go ahead and get it up to about 3,500, and we'll rip on it from there. I'm going to go ahead and do a second gear pull now, and then I'll do a third gear pull. So I'll go ahead and do our third gear pull here. All right, here we go. So hopefully I gave you guys a better idea of what's going on with the tune and how the car's running on it. It feels great. I'm still getting decent gas mileage when I'm not ripping on it, and it's awesome. So now that's done, we can move on to some other projects. Hopefully over the winter we can start working on doing some cosmetic stuff, because right now the car looks pretty boring in stock. But anyways, so hopefully that gave you guys a better idea of how the car's handling the tune and how it's driving and how it's performing. So without keeping you waiting a whole lot longer, I just want to let you know that I am pretty much done with power for now. There's nothing else really I want to do. Later down the road I could do headers, external wastegates, meth injection, that sort of thing, but then I'm going to need a clutch for sure, and I'm just trying to stay away from that for now. I don't want to detonate the motor at freaking 2,000 miles. So I'm going to try and just enjoy the power for now, drive it around, have fun with it. But I'm going to start working on some cosmetic stuff. I'd like to clean up the engine bay a lot and do some stuff around the outside of the car. Something I really want is wheels, but they're so expensive, and the stock premium wheels don't look too bad, especially with those Brembos peeking out behind it. So I don't think I'm in a big rush to get wheels, but I'd like to get a different spoiler. You know, just do some cosmetic stuff here and there to try and make it look a little bit nicer. I'd like to do a lip kit the whole way around, that sort of thing. Some carbon fiber bits. So I don't know, we'll see where things take us, but I can't believe how fast I got all this done, you know, doing it all myself without any help.
I got it done pretty quick. So something else, well, you know what, I'll tell you the numbers right now. So here's the graph. The car actually made, on 93, the car made 275 wheel horsepower and 326 foot-pounds of torque. So a pretty impressive torque on 93, and pretty good wheel horsepower as well. But then on the E60, we made 372 wheel horsepower and 374 foot-pound of torque, which is great. You know, it feels great. So I'm more than impressed with it. So yeah, guys. But I'm going to end the video here so I don't take up any more of your time. And hopefully we can, Ron's a great tuner. So if you're wondering if you should get your car tuned by him, you should. And he does have a disclaimer, you know, he's like, there's going to be tuners out there that are going to make your car faster than I will. But he does it for safety and reliability, not, hey, let's see if we can blow this car up. So I really appreciate him. He did a great job with this car, such as he did with my last one and my friends' cars and stuff. So I really recommend him. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you again soon.